if there's one club that's hard to support at the moment, it's got to be Millwall. 2 times in a row, they've kind of bottled the championship playoffs to get them to the Prem. And today, we're going to rebuild the Lions at the Den. And of course, they've got low expectations, which is a plus. 6.3 million to spend. The club founded in 1885 in London need some help. Trying to wear some orange as well today. I know it doesn't match the Husky chocolate sponsored kit of Millwall, but I need to try and sharpen myself up. I feel very ill. And despite his playoff bottles, we are going to stick with Gary Rowatt, as this is the team that we've inherited. One player I'm a big fan of is Flemming in this team, Zian Flemming. McNamara at right back I'm actually a fan of. Jake Cooper and Cresswell as a partnership. Very strong, as I think a few of these players are on loan, like Callum Styles is someone to replace him with Malone. I've took Mitchell out and put Leonard in. Hutchinson is a permanent player, so maybe Cresswell steps out for now. Just for now. We're expected to fight for promotion, so the objectives are realistic, as increase the team's experience level. They want older players coming in. That's a difference from the youth save we did last time, as if you haven't seen that, make sure you check it out. That was one long video, as Jacob Goddard is our academy player. He's not standout, which is actually good. He's physical, which fits in with the Millwall philosophy. Get in the team. And overall, there is 5 players in on loan. That's actually quite a few. Oh, one of them is out in Alex Mitchell. I've got to say, I think a left midfielder as well will be the signing to make. And a goalkeeper, Long, who was at Hull City, I'm pretty sure. Does need a replacement. And first player in is kind of a winger, but actually more of an attacker. We've gone ahead and signed Andreas Weimann from rivals in the league, Bristol City. He kind of deserves a Premier League move, I'd say, but we want to take him there. And he is quite an old player, so it'd have to be quick. He's cost us only 2.4 million, to be fair. And we are about to change the position of Goddard as well, because looking at his stats, he could be a defender. And that is a lot better for him. 68 rated. A physical Millwall defender. Perfect. As speaking of defenders, we've got one coming in for a bit more than we paid Andres Weimann for. We've got Faid Moufi, the Moroccan from Portimonense, for 3.25, I think that was. That means that McNamara's gonna go to left back and Moufi just fills in straight at right back. He's a bit more experienced in the defense. Still not found a keeper. And then again, I missed out the midfield that needs improving. But nothing before Gary Rowatt's first game against Cardiff. A team struggling, I think, with a transfer ban, if I'm not wrong. I don't know about that. But it is a 3-0 win. It's Weimann with the debut goal and Volkslammer with 2 from the wing. And I actually didn't realise how low on money we are before playing Gillingham. That's got the ex-manager Mark Harris in charge. Or Neil Harris, I'm stupid, as it's going to be him getting 1 over his ex-club. And for once at the start of the season, we've hit deadline day, and I will show you that budget. Very low. No loan players. I've looked at maybe a loan player, as we are doing well in the league, 6 games in. Us and Leeds, where we've got players on loan from. Let's see where we end up halfway through, however. A lot of loan players being recalled, though. A lot being recalled. We've only gone to a thumbs up from a star. As where are we in the league? Of course, we've got the FA Cup. Does it show up straight away? No. It's going to be, 9th. So it isn't as good this way through the season. 7 points off Coventry in 6th. It's just below the playoffs. The usual Millwall slot. Squad looks pretty decent, although Long's gone. Where is Long gone? He must be long gone. Okay, so he's gone to Dusseldorf. That's a little bit weird. I guess there was a release clause involved in that. I just hope Styles doesn't get recalled, as defense line is okay for the championship, but I can see why we're not up there. Flemming, by far the best player. Goalkeeper is what we need, but is goalkeeper what we can get? Have we got any money from the long transfer away? Yes, we have. It must have been a release clause. So please welcome to the club, the immediate replacement. And to be fair, I don't think he's going to be here forever. Yannick Van Osch from Fortuna Sittard. We've just gone and got him as a backup. A backup for next season, I should say, as we've lost Burke, Cresswell, Shackleton, all of the loanees apart from Styles, who must be getting some game time. I could actually play him in the midfield. That's a lot better. Why didn't I think of that? Anyway, on we go. And it's a big thumbs down because we are 10th in the league, which place-wise is in a promotion push, but 22 points off and 7 or 18 defeats. Not good. Shame as well, because Leeds have got promoted and we were with Leeds 6 games in as Manchester City win the FA Cup and the Carabao goes to Manchester United. There's the playoff teams as well. It's a shame we're not in them. Oh my, and some very unhappy faces. Well, that needs to be changed next season. 20 goals for Zian Flemming, who basically kept us afloat, along with Andreas Weimann. Not many assists for players apart from Honeyman and Saville. We need to start sharing the ball. Still keep putting the age of the team up is what the board want. And domestic success, which is gain automatics. Okay, so we've got to spend 9 million, which I thought I'd have more. Very, very well. This is the squad that we've got. We've promoted some youngsters. We definitely need a left midfielder. And I was thinking goalkeeper. We got Goddard back, who should be worth a lot, but I'll put him in the defense. Same rating as Hutchinson. Another Flemming in this team, just one M in his name, is one of this youth academy prospects that we've got. And I guess Bury could go at left mid, but then again, he has to be retrained. And I honestly wish I had something to bring you this season, but we straight to West Brom for the first game. Automatic promotion, and so far, we've not made a signing. How are we going to get on against the Baggies? I feel like Weimann, or whatever his name is good enough. But it's Wallace, an ex-player as well. Goddard scores, which is the only bright spark going. Oh dear. I mean, why do they want all these old players signing? They're obviously not doing the business for us, as now we're going to be in, 17th, and we're in need of a signing. Have we made no money? Nope, no money made. So let's get going with signings, shall we? One that's needed, 2.5 million, is Amin Yunus. He used to be in the German squad. I remember this guy, very fond of him. He's just come from Etifak, where Steven Gerrard's managing. Paid a high wage for him, but he definitely improves the squad. And I've just realised I haven't done contracts yet, and George Honeyman, the other winger now, won't sign a contract for £10,000 a week, and his release clause is being paid. So brilliant. We're losing a lot of bodies, but a goalkeeper we're gaining. I told you the other keeper wouldn't be a mainstay. Filip Stankovic just comes in straight ahead of him. And at least we have managed to get a response against Honeyman's ex-team, Flemming with 2 against Hull. So a cheap replacement from a club Honeyman's been at, Juison Bennacer. Welcome. Yeah, it's not keeping the squad old like they randomly want us to do, but he is going to fit in on that right-hand side, only 19-year-old. I'm kind of ruining the Millwall philosophy, but then again, I'm rejuvenating it. And just to slip a little bit back into the Millwall ways and make sure we've got that experience, we've got a title-winning man in the club, a Scotsman, an old man by the name of McLean. Kenny McLean, that is, from Norwich City, on the cheap. That is our bank account drained and the pressure on. This is how the team looks, so we're still trusting Weimann despite him getting actually quite old in season number 2 already. Flemming's got to score some goals. Bennacer, Yunus, McLean, Mitchell, everyone. This defense is very strong with a potential good keeper behind them. And how have these 4 men had an impact on this Millwall squad? I'm hoping we're up there. Rating-wise, it's not shuffled round much, but it's the FA Cup. I'd love if we won it. Still, though, Championship, I'd rather win this as we are second behind Brentford. 2 points clear of Bournemouth. Southampton are below us, Coventry, Luton. Very good position to be in. It is automatics. Again, £114,000 in the bank. It's not small money, but it's not enough to sign a marquee player to take us to the Prem. And a weird wage for Hutchinson, but he's signed up. The only player not joining us on hopefully a Prem journey will be Scotty Malone. So we're just going to get on with things. I mean, yeah, we can't sign anyone else. We can look at the objectives a little bit more, which, of course, we haven't got older players in, but this is a Millwall revolution. And come the end of the season, it is playoffs. It's Luton Town, the Hatters, who do like a playoff competition. Watford and Southampton in the other leg. If Watford are against us in the final, I'm gonna flip. So Kenilworth Road first. Goodmanson in their midfield, and Fofana up front is a good striker to have, as it's a 1-1 draw. Zian Flemming. Love Zian. What a player he is, and we've got to do it at the Den. Just get to Wembley, and we do. Vashanian missed a penalty for them, and Yunus with the goal. The German sends us to Wembley Stadium. I cannot deal with playing Watford in Wembley finals all the time. To be fair, we beat them sometimes, but it's like every time we beat them, we lose next time. And I think we beat them last time. Hate this. Hate this. We can't do a press conference. And some of the boys just aren't getting the fitness up. They need to put the yards in on the training ground, but we win on penalties. We've done it. We subbed a striker on in Volkshammer to score. He missed. Deli Bajuro and Kayembe missed. And Yunus, like in the semi-final, has sent Millwall to the Premier League. West Ham await. Big teams await. The top 6 awaits. The Champions League awaits. What a finish for us. It was only 4th, so the board are still going to be angry because they expected automatics. As Tottenham win the FA Cup. Don't think we're anywhere near. And the Carabao, Manchester City. If Zian Flemming isn't top scorer, I will be very surprised, as there he is with 25. I could even play him as a striker, to be fair, because Andreas Weiman's already on his way down. At least he might get a little bit of game time in the Prem. Duncan Watmore with 15 goals. Jeez, and 13 assists from George Saville, the Northern Irishman. He's on one. So glad we've made the Prem. So glad it just took 2 seasons, as they just wanted us avoiding relegation as well. Using the youth academy, still making players old in the team. I just don't get it. I mean, I do a little bit, and I don't get putting wages down when we're in the Prem. Gave us 42 million as well to operate with, but getting wages down and increasing the squad's age. How do you do that at Millwall in the Prem? Position-wise, I'd definitely say as defence and goalkeeper are fine. Literally, we've got a Premier League defence already. It is just maybe another winger, a striker, and central midfielders. Bury's very much improving on the bench, so I think if we dropped Andreas Weimann to the bench as well, Volkshammer probably replaced. Right there, and we've got 2 good backups. And we'll make our first Premier League signing, which in turn is also a welcome back. Welcome back to the club, Jamie Shackleton, who will be a midfielder, and now Leeds can't call him back because he's permanently Millwall. As we've also signed from New England, the Englishman, Declan Rose, a youngster. But that unfortunately means with Shackleton and another midfielder, we're losing some like George Saville, who was really good last year. And I haven't got that striker in. We've got an unhappy squad, and we've got Leicester, who, being in the Championship themselves, will be a relegation rival. Oh, we're in the Championship, should I say. But I am going to find a striker. We've got Musa Jawara here. I really hope we can sign. We should be able to pay that wage and have him as a striker despite his rating. He's 22-year-old, but I do trust he'll be decent for us. So let's see what's going to happen here. Is he good enough to actually start in the Premier League? Maybe or maybe not, but we still do win the game. Yunus off the wing with 2 goals, and Broha with only a consolation. How have we pulled that off? He's literally just stepped off the plane, and then we've won the game. And of course, our business is not over. Almost 5 million for Idrissa Doumbia. We're actually going further out with our scouting network. And a final signing on deadline day of Marley Sealer. Yes. We're signing quite a few, and we're still keeping money left over for the next window. 17 million. We've only been spending like little sums here and there on players that can grow into the team. Not necessarily are great right now, but that team going into the Prem, defense should survive. Midfield is then we've got Flemming helping Jawara, who needs the help. There's a problem with depth a little bit as well, but we're not caring about that. To halfway we go, and a thumbs down, an orange thumbs down, same color as my t-shirt. It's 14th. Is that really in need of putting a thumbs down at us? That's good. No, I mean, we are what, 8 points clear, or 7 points clear. Sorry, I'm looking at Leicester. We are doing well in the Premier League with Millwall. I don't get it. We're joint on points with rivals West Ham. That will be interesting to see how it plays out. Teams ratings, not really changed. We've got 1 up on Jawara and Shackleton and Goddard. But apart from that, no movement. Or should I say there's gonna be movement, because we're losing Weimann, Leonard, Bielowski. Yunus wants to leave the club. And Kenny McLean. Oh no. And I told you about that money that we did save last season, so we're just going to spend it on 1 single individual. Sekou Mara, the new number 9, joins for 11 million, which leaves 6 million for next year, of course, or another player if we can find one, but Sekou Mara is the new man in town. He's got to settle into his new den. Can Guimaraes actually play as a left winger? If we change that position round, he might cover Yunus now he's leaving. And Mara just stripped straight from the Southampton team because he's been playing. And now he will play in Millwall colours. And have these men, these 6 men who, to be fair, rating-wise, haven't really progressed. Have they saved Millwall from relegation? If there's 2 things we do in career modes, it is win the Champions League first time most of the time and keep a team in the division. 1 point off Leicester City we survived. 6 goals better off. Love that for the Lions. The den proving to literally be a den. That's carried us through. As Manchester City win the FA Cup over Bournemouth, we were nowhere near. We lost to City. Not bad losing to the winners as Tottenham won the Carabao. Even Barnsley in the semi-finals of that one. Of course, we're not going to look at any European competition, but I do want to look at the squad. We've got an 80 rated now in Zian Flemming. Mara and Goddard are close to being that, but I want to see statistically who was our best player. As goal-wise, it was Zian. Of course. Why did I even try and question it? 18. No, 15. I can't even count. 15 contributions overall. Guimaraes with 9 goals since January, was that? Or, I don't know. He might have just not played well. 75 goals. Oh, not 75 goals. 75 rated. I cannot speak. But, yeah, he's been here all the time, hasn't he? But it seems like Amin Yunus is still being played, but he leaves us. Even Tyler Burry getting involved more than Sekou Mara in less games. Finish mid-table. That is very, very reasonable. I can't lie, as sign a midfielder or forward. Midfielder could be the option, actually, because we've got Mara growing into things. Use the academy. Got sick of that last time out, but we're still trying. And have we got more than 42 million? We haven't. 28 million in the Premier League. That is actually horrific. Like, that's the lowest we've had in the Prem so far, full stop. Less than we had with Luton, I'm pretty sure. At least it's only one position that we do need to strengthen in. Everyone's 75 in the midfield, so that has to improve. And when you get money given like we have done, we can't even afford our targets. We can't even pay 23 million because of the wages as well. How does this board expect us to just compete in the Prem? So instead of them real players, we are going to go in for another regen, but this is a regen of the highest quality. Yannick David's taking most of his budget coming from Chelsea. Let me show you this guy. The crucial midfielder we needed, but will he even be a midfielder because he's got the height and stats of a defender. 18-year-old, 78 overall. And Brighton is going to be the first game which we've got to secure mid-table with. Of course, the only one signing going into the squad. Let's see what Gary Rowatt can do after his press conference. Can David have an impact? Yes, he can. He can actually score the winning goal for us. Mara with the first. Mara's now 80 rated as well. So with Goddard and Flemming and David. What a game changer. This man's going to be a left footer as well. If Cooper now gets a little bit old like he is, he could be replaced by David at the back. And halfway through this, we have 13, so it isn't really a gradual improvement, is it? It's staying as it is. Because players are unhappy, like Bennacer. We did drop David back into defense, and he's almost the same rating as Goddard. Them two are going to be the future of this team. Same with Stankovic in goal. Same with McNamara. His move view's getting a bit old now. And then Guimaraes on the wing. I'm just trying to judge every player. Everyone needs to improve. Especially midfield, though. Especially midfield. And I think we've got like 10 million left. That's decluding wage, of course, which we've got to pay out. So going to find someone, we've got to be good at searching. And we eventually didn't spend any of that money, finishing 12th in the Premier League. It's very similar to last season. Huddersfield were in the league this year and they go down on 25 points. So it was a comfortable survival. 21, but very far off any European football. Boring, really. They better give us some money next year. As the squad, the defence again, and goalkeeper getting stronger. Our fullbacks have stopped going up. And our midfield, apart from Guimaraes, Flemming, and Mara's okay. At least everyone's signed up for next year this time. And we do need to check the other competitions, but I'll check top scorer. A lot of goals from Moussa Guimaraes, who's our Gambanian player on the wing now. He did come as a striker. Zian pushed to second, gone down a rating as well. And Sekou Mara still the main man. Glad he is doing that for us, as Burnley win the FA Cup over Derby County. That was a chance for us, I'd say, as then Liverpool win the Carabao, and that is it for checking our stats. Huge question around selling Zian Flemming for our club worth, as we're going to finish in the Europa League. I don't think we'd do that without him. And then same nationality signing. Given up with trying to get an older squad, as they've given up giving us silly budgets, 46 million. So let's get signing straight away with that money. Midfield, and right wing. Actually, I said midfield twice there. We've only got one in at the moment. 20 million for Alfonso Borges, who again, like David, could be a defender. Is another regen, but he's a Brazilian at Millwall. That is striving forward. And the next one you may have seen momentarily before when we tried to sign him. Welcome to the club, Isaacson, who's going to be our right winger from Denmark. I think we're in a position to actually get rid of players. There he is in the team. 80 rated, you know. With Jawara, he should get some goals to this team. Borges still in the midfield. Shackleton is still there as well. And I've got 2020 vision, even though it's 2026, because we've got Brighton again. Same team that we started last year with. David now in midfield. Borges now at the back. We've changed it around. As Brighton have changed it around on us. And to make things even worse, even after we beat them, they've stolen Jacob Goddard off us, our youth player. At least we've got a position for two of these midfielders, because they're actually centre-backs, to go into the squad. And now we can put the money into a midfield for ourselves. And that's going to hurt us. But not as much as we're going to hurt Elche. Because first we've signed an ex-Manchester City and Sheffield United player. Voice break right there. Tommy Doyle for 26 million. A brilliant player in the Championship. As another one who we have just signed is Edouard Michou, who had his time at Sunderland. PSG Academy graduate. Now at Millwall. Just copy and pasted their midfield, took them both on, and now I don't feel bad about selling Goddard, actually, because we've got centre-backs. Now we've got midfielders who will hit the rating of 80 very, very soon. And we're kind of close. I say kind of loosely. We're 4 points off Man United in 6th. 2 points off Chelsea in 7th, but we know it has to be a bit more complicated to get to their position. Or get into the Europa League from their position, as the squad looks a lot better, I've got to say. Selling one player, even though he was an academy graduate, has helped us out big time with now an 80 rated midfield trio. Isaacson, of course, joined this season. He looks good. Mara just gets better and better. Goalkeeper as well, maybe for next year. We've got Rose down here. Doumbia not getting a look in, so we've got to probably sell if we are to sign in January, as we have 10 million in the bank. And we have sold Doumbia, and Shackleton's gone again, even though I said he'd stay. 21 million raised. However, we are on deadline day, and we're 10th in the league. I'm going to save the money, and I'm going to see what we can do at the next year. Oh, and the gamble could have not worked. We finished 10th in the league. Really stalling here with Millwall. We need to have won maybe a trophy to try and get into Europe. And we've won the FA Cup. Oh my days, we beat City on penalties. I can't even speak. This is hurting. Everton beaten. Man United. We did it the hard way, but we've got a trophy. There is progression as Liverpool win the Carabao. Our team's got to be good rated as well. It is. It's just probably the fullbacks, and to be fair, Jawara and Stankovic could stay. Getting to Europe, I think it's Europa League, as Sekou Mara, 86 rated, 28 goals. Isaacson with 14 as well, and Jawara does still score. 67 million given as well, the most we've ever had, and we did save 21 million, plus we did win a cup. I'd expect a bit more. And they only expect mid-table as well, so the Champions League expectations are took away, the Europa League as well, as they only expect us in the group stages. They know how our team actually works now. A crucial forward, when we've got Sekou Mara, doesn't make sense. I'm guessing that they want to make financial income from selling Sekou Mara and maybe replacing him. So let's start off with another defender with the money that we've got. I think we're going to get a big payday soon. by selling a particular player that I've just mentioned. But first off, we've got Issa Kabore from Manchester City for 40 million. We've needed a new fullback for a while, and of course, he's quite versatile, but he's going to go at right back, as there is our player going Sekou Mara to Lyonnais for 95 mil. And it looks like Tyler Burry's going to have a decent run out here because we play Manchester City in the Community Shield. Yeah, without our player in. And we beat Man City without a striker. But we do have one coming straight in. And like Borges, I didn't realise at the time, but we've signed them from West Ham. Welcome Amine Gouiri. What a striker. A Frenchman for a Frenchman. And we've got him for almost half the price we sold Kamara for. Or Sekou Mara. Already forgot his name. That's how out of the picture he is. And I think, yep, it's the same rating. We've literally just printed money. We're going to work on more signings, of course, but we've got Everton to start us off with. It's a surprise it's not Brighton. Now we've got Gouiri. Watch us not beat these. Watch it. What did I say? Just beat Man City 3-1 with no striker. Lose 4-1 to Everton with one. Maybe it's an actual goalkeeping problem. We've just spent 50 million on Marco Carnasecchi from, I think it was second choice at Barcelona behind Ter Stegen, who's still going strong. Welcome to Millwall. So we've made 3 huge signings by selling one player and using the money we had. Yes, it's still a little bit weak on the left-hand side, but that team overall, mwah, it is getting there. Our business completed, as it's only just going to begin in the Europa League. Hajduk Split, PSV Eindhoven, and Genk. That's a difficult enough Europa League group. And we're doing what the board want. We're 9th in the Premier League. Honestly, Millwall is so difficult to shift up the table. We are only 4 points off 4th place Chelsea and 5 points off 3rd place Burnley. They are decent at the moment. We've got to check the squad, of course. I think Gouiri and Co should have. Yes, they have. They've gone up. Only Mufi now in the starting lineup, who is under the rating of 80. We've got to say Jawara has got to be the MVP of today. He has come on leaps and bounds. And it looks like we're not in the preliminary round of the Europa League because we won the group. Suck on that, board. You thought we were just getting into the group stages. We've flown through it. Actually done that well in the Europa League that we're now into the semi-finals, but Liverpool stand in our way. Wolfsburg and Arsenal in the other ones. We beat Atletico Bilbao, and then we beat Juventus. That fills us with a little bit of confidence that we can get a result against the Red Men first leg at Anfield. We beat them. Get in. Still got to keep on going, though. We've got another leg here. Go on, Gouiri. Go on, Kamasheka in goal. Yes, a draw. And yes, I can't pronounce our goalkeeper's name, but we'll see him in the final. Final I didn't expect to make, and I didn't expect to be against Wolfsburg. Before we play the final, which is in Germany, by the way, that's so unfair. We've got to check the Premier League. 10th. Yep. At least Arsenal had an off-season, and at least we're expected mid-table. Shocking from us. Absolutely shocking. As Burnley in the final again of the FA Cup, but beaten by Man United, they must hate that competition. As then Wolves win the Carabao. We've got to beat Wolfsburg right here, and such an unfair advantage that we're actually playing in Germany, as it's going to be a 1-0 win though. Mufi, the lowest rated and getting replaced player that sends us to the Champions League next year and hopefully gets us a decent budget to replace him with. Oh my days. I feel for him, but I feel better for us. Such a good feeling, as of course having Amine Gouiri here, who's in every career mode against us, like in the Champions League final, Europa League final. He's finally on our side here with Millwall, and he's scoring goals. Same with Isaacson, good signing. And Super Zian Flemming. Millwall in the Champions League, expected to get a semi-final with a big budget, a decent squad already. Only expected the Europa League and the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Asian players need signing and development needed with the academy. With 78 million. That's not much, you know. That is not much to add to this team with, of course, we've stated we need a left back, and then I'd go for another central defender. These two dynamic potential centre backs not progressed as good as they should. And I'm not going to mess around with selling players. Of course, Stankovic has to get out. He's a bit stanky in this squad at the moment. Also, Mufi, who just won us that Europa League. So here's the replacement for that man, of course, who went at left back. This one a bit better. Kieran Tierney is now at the Den. He's 31-year-old, so he's a little bit old, but he brings that London experience. Tierney came from Brighton. We've had a bit of a rivalry with Brighton, playing him twice on opening day. And now we're getting the rivalry going even more because we've just signed a player from them again. But they signed him away from us. Welcome back, Jacob Goddard. He's come back to his home club for less than he went to Brighton for. Yeah, his rating hasn't even changed. But of course, he's got to come back to the club where it all began for him. And that probably makes our team. We've got 20 million left, so I don't think that's enough for a standout player or a centre-back to go alongside him. And Juara is the lowest rated, but he's just absolutely brilliant. So I do not want to replace him. Weak bench, but very strong team. And this is a mix of emotion, these first two games. The first one is Paris in the Super Cup. The second one is Swansea in the league. Of course, we've won the big 50 pence piece before. Can we? No, we don't win the Super Cup. Paris take that one. I've just got to hope we can beat Swansea as well. If we don't beat Swansea, we've got serious problems in the Champions League. Never mind the league, but we do with our winger and forward Guimaraes. Very much looking forward to this season as well. Champions League graphics at the back. I'd love a Champions League trophy alongside a domestic one. Good start to the Premier League season as well, as I do want to check the group. It is all white and then a dark colour, like white and blue, white and black. Juventus, Mönchengladbach, Dynamo Kiev and ourselves. We beat Juventus in the Europa League last year, and I can't believe Burnley's in the Champions League again. We had that before in a save, and I'm pretty sure Celtic made the final in that save. So, yeah. Anything can happen, I suppose. And halfway through, still in the FA Cup. I think that's the first round we go into. But I did say I want a domestic trophy. This bloody camera's overheating again. As Millwall are 7th. We will never get higher, I don't think. It's just been one of those saves. Never been able to crack the top 6. Can't crack the top 6, but can crack the last 16 of the Champions League. I don't see Burnley. I see us in the easiest side of the groups, though. Very nice. I mean, Nice still in it, and we've got Roma, which isn't too bad. Burnley, Europa League, though. And Celtic out as well. Sassuolo and Nice, the biggest shocks in all of those. In terms of our team, the biggest shock is Guiri having an injury. Oh, dear. And to be fair, we've got to mention Flemming. He's been here since day one. Guiri's out for 4 weeks, so I don't know if he will make that game against Roma, and we only have 18 million. You know what that means? We're going straight to it. I'm really hoping we can win right here. The first leg is away at Roma. And we do have Guiri back, actually. That's a good thing, but he's just recovering still. But we do win. Gabriel Jesus. And Zian Flemming's gone from championship bottles with Millwall to Champions League goals with them. And to the Den we go. Bit tired, actually, going into this one. And Guiri did get the other goal. Now he's fully up to scratch. And they put a scratch on us. They actually made it. What is it? I think it's 3-2. And then we got 2 goals in extra time. Borges, the ex-West Ham player, sends Millwall to a quarter-final. We're going to be playing Real Madrid next, though. Never, ever can avoid these. Santiago Bernabeu. Have we got a fully fit team for it, though? Yes, we do. And fun fact, Juara was actually attempted to be signed by Real Madrid. They wanted him, and now he scored against them. Hang on, something could be happening here. Please, please, at the Den. Can we do... We did. We did it. I had to pause there because my voice was going to go if I actually screamed. I thought about screaming. Guiri with a goal. Vinicius Jr., Goncalo Ramos, they won 2-1. But on penalties, Reina misses. Gets in there. As we have PSG next, though. So if we're going to do it one way, it's going to be the hard way. And, of course, we've got a neutral game against City. First leg is at the Den as well. Everything's adding up to a bad thing for us. And Guiri's injured. Guiri is out. But we've beaten PSG without him. Juara and Flemming. I don't understand our team. Guiri's only out for 11 days as well, so he might be out for the second leg. But to be fair, I'm going to put 7 defenders in anyway. I'm only messing, of course. We've got to stick with what we know. Guiri out, but Tyler Burry will be in. And he will not be playing in the final probably, but we will be there. Kieran Tierney and Ika Bravo. But Kieran Tierney, who we've just signed as a left-back, it was Mofi last season in the Europa League final. It's the left-back this season in the semis. We are going to the final. And our final will take place against Barcelona at the Stadion. Or Olympia Stadion. I think I said that well wrong. Voices on its way out. As we finish 7th, I told you, we were never breaking into that top 6 in this save. We were 10 points off still. FA Cup. City won it. We actually lost in the semi-final. So we got to Wembley, kind of. And City won the Carabao as well. All that we care about, though, is this team performing. And I am going to go with Guimaraes, despite us having luck without him. We've got him scoring most goals overall anyway. No brainer. Our wingers doing very well, though, in Isaacson and Juara. Very brilliant. Zian Flemming, double digits, 87 rated. Been here from the start. And he's the captain who should be lifting the Champions League title. Managed to get a sneak peek as well. It is Alexandra Isak up front for them. This is going to be a challenge, you know. Fans coming in through the turnstiles, flooding in. Looks like more Barca fans, though. Ousmane Dembele on the tifo. But we want our right winger, Isaacson, to stand out right here. Olympic Stadion, Barcelona versus Millwall. Unreal that we're actually here. Unreal that we've made it to the final straight away this season. We've done the jump. Europa League winners to hopefully Champions League winners, of course. We've built a brilliant team on paper. Of course, the foundation's very good. Goddard returned. Got a comment saying they want to see youth players leave and return. One definitely has done, as he's starting an attack right here as well. It's found Juara, a player I never thought would be here this long. But he definitely has been successful on the left wing. Still running in field. Juara all the way. Trying a shot. Might fall to us. And a close chance for us as Mishui gets the ball thrown to him in the midfield. Lunging in on us. Thinking they'd get the ball. But of course they don't. Kieran Tierney into Mishui. Now it's found Doyle, who's got a little bit of a gap. And Tommy Doyle puts it top corner for Millwall. He scores. Experienced in the Championship. To the Champions League, and not with City, but with the other brilliant M club. From Manchester to Millwall, just bangs it, smashes it into the top corner, and we have a lead. And a bad tackle on us straight after. Oh my days, Ansu Fati sent off immediately after the goal. A rough tackle, and Barcelona capitulating. Let's have another look, straight through the back of Isaacson. That is brilliant. Of course, brilliant as in it should be a bit easier for us. 20 minutes into the game, already 1-0 up. Cross towards Zian Flemming, who of course is a number 10 as well. We're just eager to everything. Barcelona, we've not faced them in the final for a while, and I wonder why. And 10 minutes of this first half to go. Give it to Zian again, honestly. I feel like we could force it to a particular player. The way we're dancing round them. Guimaraes waiting in the middle. And of course, we've got 3 players still up top. They've only got 2, so I'm not worried about sending players forward. Kabore can sprint it if needs be, and he can definitely still make tackles. That's why I wanted him. Mr. Versatile, as that's out to Isaacson, running to get past the defender. He's even got the pace. He's going to try and squeeze it. And half-time whistle's gone. That was the quickest half-time whistle I've ever experienced. To the second half, I guess. I didn't even hear the whistle go, but we've got to keep on going. Tommy Doyle separates Barcelona and Millwall. I can't believe I'm saying this, from the Champions League title race. Keep the pressure on them. No, not this, not this. Not letting them run at us, because Barcelona getting their first attack of the game. It's Jefferson Koundé down the wing. Ball towards the back post. Good save, Karneshki against the former club. I definitely can't say it when I'm unwell. As now Guimaraes making a run over the top, and it has reached him. He's a little bit far out, and he's testing Ter Stegen. They might have a chance here, but oh, Kieran Tierney dealing with it with precision. That pass shouldn't have reached our man, but it has. And Zian Flemming chipped it over to Guimaraes. Could he try and chip it over to Stegen? I thought he were further off his line. Oh no, and please don't do it after that chance missed as well, because they're on an attack, Barcelona, and that's another good save from their ex-keeper, the Italian. Kabore with a run down the wing as well here himself. Come on. we actually might have a chance because he rolled it out, did the goalkeeper into a good position and another shot. Maybe another chance here as we've beaten them to the ball. We're just urgent to everything. Ball through the middle. I'd love another goal to kill this off. We've got the ball. We've chipped it over. Zian Flemming. It's off the post and in. And the captain, who's been here from day dot in the team. And of course, the one who will be lifting the trophy, no doubt about it now, scores to seal Millwall the Champions League title. Zian Flemming. Just what a man. That was one of the jammiest goals I've ever seen. But 10-man Barcelona beaten surely now. And Millwall's got the name engraved. I'm not even going to shout and celebrate because I know what's going to happen. I know Millwall's going to lift the trophy and I'm going to lose the voice. A spectacular achievement for everyone involved in Millwall Football Club right now. White and blue ribbons. That's the way we like it. Unless it was white and black. Grimsby Town. Maybe one day this can happen. Hey, maybe one day the Mariners can win it, but it's just what we needed. Number 10. You don't usually see an attacking midfielder go to 87 rated from 74 all the way in the championship with one club. As there it is. It's done. Signed, sealed, delivered. You guys asked for Millwall. I tried to deliver. As if you did enjoy this, suggest your teams down below. And I'll try and build them if I can speak next time. But I'll see you whenever that is.